Hello and welcome back to Void War. We are diving into a new campaign this morning, trying to get our win with the mutant, one of the only heroes we do not have a win with. We're going to be playing as Urian the mutant, and we are going to play on the assault cruiser B, the godless carnage. I feel like the mutant he feels like war to me. So having a bunch of war seers and a husk, this is a very basic ship. It can kind of become whatever you want. You start with a fuselage, you have a bit of soul spears, so you can always kind of poke through a bit of stuff. And then, the mutant, he's good at boarding. He's good at also just like running around your own ship. We're going to be playing on Torment 9, trying to unlock the next levels. And diving right on in. Now, do we want him driving? I feel like maybe not. But soul spears take like 8 seconds to charge, so maybe so. I don't think we're going to go for Imperial homies. So let's just start zooming around, picking up some early scrap metal. Won't complain. In fact, 20, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 for the first shield upgrade. We might be able to get that pretty early. Nothing? Okay, this is now getting suspicious. Are we going to end up with a psyker ship, I wonder? So, what do we got? Graviton cannon, an energy beam. I think let's probably turn the fuselage on auto. And then we'll just get rid of their shields. We'll get rid of their guns. And we'll just start whomping them. Intruders, you say? On my doors, you say? Might want a little dodging action here. Fuselage is at least managing to keep that in check. And these soul spears will finish off their ship anyway, so. Boom. No problem. I mean, there is a good bit of scrap. But let's go for the shaman merchant, seeing as we do have 2 psychers. So, Livy, good morning. Good morning. What do we got? Imperial Magister. Great Necromancer summons 5 ghouls and a ghoul magus. Blood Curse, Soul Barrage. Noxious Blast. I mean, I don't have enough for the Imperial Magister. But I could pick up a Greater Necromancer. Maybe we just go for a full, like, cultist ship. Summon 5 ghouls? I mean, it's a lot of ghouls. The Ghoul Magus is immune to poison. Poison slowly heals it, but it's bad at repairing. It's a demon psyker. I mean, here's the thing. I could take a Greater Necromancer and the Ghoul Magus. Psyker ship. Psyker ship. 16 seconds on Greater Animate dead. I just got to take a bit of a remembrance on how those guys work. Yeah, immune to poison, may revive his torsos. They can repair, they're just slow at it. Cannot man systems or extinguish. But honestly, a Greater Necromancer is not bad to have here. I think I'm going to put him on doors. Interesting enough, I can't control them, so they are something that I would want to probably just, like, throw on the enemy ship. Let's save him midpoint. Gotten heavy on the nihilism talk in the chat this morning. Love it. Just dark. Ooh, cargo ship. With cargo. Cargo room. Yeah, this is a sizable amount of psychers, that's for sure. Uh-oh. Try to get that life support back up online. Here come all of our ghouls. They should get the chest for us. I suppose, ideally, what I want to do is wait for the ghouls to go and then Noxious Blast the same room as them. You're going to have to just get out of that room. Okay, we got oxygen back at least. Good grief. Take what we have and let us live. These guys will give us a flame lance. Hull damage per shot 1, charges per jump 3, multiple fires, minor crew damage. Here's the thing, we're not a flame ship. That being said, this is probably pretty decent. Cargo ship with cargo? What type of heresy is this? I know, right? Phlegm for the phlegm god? Cavicles for the cavicle throne. This guy's just doing some damage because of the siege bombard right now, but I'm gonna refuse this. Goodness griefus. Can we please get rid of that? I need this guy to repair oxygen before I do much else. Oh, I have a med bay. God damn, dude. I am getting junked up here right now. Get that siege bombard offline. I cannot believe how many times he has hit this oxygen. It is low-key outrageous. Well, you might as well go here. Stop hitting my ship. Okay, you can go back there. You can go back there. There's a million ghouls and some poison. Be honest, I was still really hoping we could get that chest. It might still be possible. I'm not sure. A bio-regenerator. Consumables restore 10 HP to friendly crew aboard the ship in addition to their normal effect. I mean, okay, that was good. Can we get out of here before we take any more damage? Yes. What a goddamn mess. 20 scrap metal. What a goddamn... Look how much damage I took. 22 hull damage in that fight? It's not good, man. I like that I took that path instead of the asteroids because I thought it would be easier. Boy, was I wrong. And here I am ending up in asteroids anyway. Radiant blaster, a bolt cannon. A noxious gas ain't gonna do much on these guys. Couple of soul spears. You're immune to poison. Bada bang. Well, at least that guy was a little bit easier. There is a shipyard. Do I take the shipyard or do I go for the transport vessel, then the shipyard? Let's go for the transport vessel. You've got a graviton cannon and a thunder cannon. Number shots 1, number shots 1. This guy's got double shields. Maybe I should actually double soul spear that then. How nice. Someone boarding. Something for my mutant to do for once. Ooh. Let's toxic gas that room. We got a med drone. Nice. Some scrap metal. Damn, this Doom effigy. Chunky boy. Our ghouls did not do much there for us. Her shields are down at least, though. And they are about to be down very shortly. Soul spears. 16 scrap metal? No. Definitely get more for killing them. He says, he hopes. An assault sledge or a pressure suit. The mutant can't use armor, as much as I would love immune to suffocation. Now, the greater necromancer can use armor. So I could make him immune to suffocation and immune to poison. Or I can give her 100% door break speed, moves fast, 400% door break speed, and sabotage speed. This does mean I got to find a way to get him on the enemy ship, but I think I'd also need to get him immune to poison, but chapter librarian, close to the real thing, the Sanctum Archivist. Suffocation with door break speed. I kind of like this idea with the assault sledge on him. Is it foolish? Absolutely, but it does kind of slap. I do have this med bay as well. We might as well make use of it. And then we'll shipyard for some repairs. Not a lot of repairs, mind you, but a little bit. One Imperial Aegis. Reduce enemy DPS by 1 plus 10 HP. All right, well, I guess you can take that instead of the med drone. Which I guess the husk could take. $130 HP. Yeah, we're gonna have to find some way to get him on the enemy ship. Big fleet here. An Imperial fleet engaging the local system militia. An Imperial assault pod slams into a nearby military ship, which turns to engage you, believing you to be the attacker. No problem, buddy. You got a bunch of aberrants. You got a putrefactor. which just does mostly toxic gas, and a disruptor, which does do that ion damage. So let's get rid of that. Let's hit the shield. Let's animate that as well. Ah, that sucks, dude. His animate dead got canceled by the putrefactor. Not even by the putrefactor. No, maybe it was. Does this ignore shields? I'm a little confused. His aberrants are all psykers. Oh. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Maybe good thing I got him out of there then. Boom. The big triple shot. 32 scrap metal. Our militia is routed. Continue the purge. You are free to engage all who lack the proper fleet codes. You depart before you're crushed by the Imperial fleet. We don't really have any shops up ahead, so I'm going to go ahead and say, let's do shields. Let's get, whoops, an extra shield block here. Especially on Torment 9, getting this before we get out of the first sector seems just so key. We arrive at a remote planet and a mysterious structure is hidden in a deep forest. It is a Technocult shrine. Let's explore it. Well, we got bad news. Bad, 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 bad news. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, man. I cast poison with this guy. And for the second he cast poison, he got off the doors and everyone was able to get into the next areas. Too funny. All right, you got to go after him. He's going for the command throne, so. You can go there right now. You're going to come up here, deal with him. An arc rifle. Ooh, nice. Slap this on this guy. Now he's doing 6 base, 9 DPS when near ship systems. Yes, sir. Have those guys heal up just a little bit. Make sure they're in tip-top shape. And keep going. Phantom Brigade getting full battle replay and combat saves for those in an experimental phase. And are buggy, but we're getting a full battle replay. Nice, dude. I love that. I love seeing just like all the, I don't know, man, solid patchwork coming out of these games lately. You're 8 seconds and you're 16 seconds. So I kind of got to wait till this like charges to half. We do have fires on this ship as well. Ooh, yeah. Now, how am I gonna purge you? Like that, maybe? My ghouls just got instantly gibbed. No problem. 19 scrap metal. I mean, we could do better. We could do worse. We get some oxygen back in these rooms, please? Yes. We'll get out of here. We're gonna skip the abstract wound. Not really what I think I want to be messing around with on Torment 9. A moment of peace is suddenly interrupted by the piercing shriek of combat sirens. Several breaches appear across your ship. I've been ambushed by a Corsair strike vessel. God damn, Daniel. All right, at least they're not in any critical rooms. Actually, let's animate dead the engine. You've got a radium blaster and a putrefactor. You actually can't get through my shields, so I'm just going to do this. Don't really have any good answers for these breaches, unfortunately. Oh man, that greater animate dead does not do a lot right now. Scrapping some munitions. Is anybody immune to suffocation? No. Because I did not get that armor piece after. That's okay. They're moving pretty quick at least, though. This is what the med bay is for, after all. Gee whiz. Partially what the med bay is for. Oh, I guess having the ghoul megas do things, because then he can just like slowly heal himself back up. If I'm not in a rush, that might be the better way to do that. For the future. Ooh, this ship is on fire. You know what? I don't even need to shoot this. I can just do 2 soul spears and we win. Interrupted. Nice. Achievement unlocked. Reduce an enemy hull points to 0 using only psychic power. Power glaive or a pressure suit. I mean, I did just kind of say it would be nice to have a character who is immune to suffocation. So I feel like let's do that. That guy has such a long charge up on his cast as well. Letting him run around and do stuff is not bad for us. All right. Technocults, exclusion zones, and Imperial shrine worlds. So I guess part of the problem is, currently we're like poison damage mixed with a little bit of boarding, but our borders aren't very good. I want to say exclusion zone. I don't know if that's going to be the good choice for us. I'm just thinking like we have the psychic damage. And I guess I just kind of need some random choices. There is a Shrine of Rage here. So that might fit for us. Press onwards. Big flaming planet. And some Imperial strike crafts with a heat beam. And a retributor. Cannot break my shields. Thank you very much. Can't light me on fire, though. Bit rude. Let's, I guess just chunk down the shields. A lot of psychic fire going on here. So not a huge problem for us. Probably should have put that in like the shield room, but ça va. I mean, like, we'll keep losing oxygen, but that's not really an issue. Certainly, at least not a huge one. Get some noxious gas in there. I wish there were some like openings into these bulkheads. Not necessarily like a ton of great places to sneak out while on fire here. Please, I'm already on fire so much. I miss with all of my shots. Oh, wonderful. Well, the soul spears will make our way through eventually. Bonk, bonk. You're on fire again. Ah, man. They just keep getting him. I might as well leave this room vented. One more good fusillade. That's all we need. Great. Let's get the hell out of here. The battle continues. Okay, well, let's stay then. You watch an Imperial warship torn apart by a multitude of aggressors, unleashing a flurry of assault pods before it dies, some of which impact your ship. Another cult vessel appears on your flank and begins firing at you. Oh, aren't you just in the worst spot here? All right, I tell you what, I'm gonna noxious blast my own ship. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this ghoul magus come back here and deal with this enforcer. Because I should heal. No, I don't heal that much though, do I? Alright, never mind. That plan did not quite work as I had hoped. Alright, I gotta send the mutant back. Man, they have a lot of stuns on their boat. A stunning amount of stuns. Rude, rude. Stunned my guy on the doors. What a jerk. All right, let's get this oxygen back online because this is where we will run into problems. You might as well help. Okay. I'm actually just going to have you Noxious Blast yourself because I think you need to heal. I'm a bit concerned about your health. Try doing another summon here, though. With how many stuns they have and how many stuns they keep hitting me with, I don't have a lot of faith that's going to last. Good grief. These guys have zero chill. Okay, that actually got cast. I'd love to get something like, you know, demonic units get an extra 10 HP or do extra damage. I feel like anything like that would do a lot for us right now. You're gonna open, you're gonna open, you're gonna open. Everybody back to their stations. I don't know, man. Maybe I should just start bombing their HP. Those 2 soul spears should finish them. I was gonna say, I could just like kill off their guys with fire and poison right now, but at the same time, I don't even think I need to do that. Gee whiz, more cult vessels drop in as the Imperial forces are overrun. You hear rasping voices over the comms. Crum, Gorgoth, Ariok, we beseech you, grant us your favor. Malevolent energies explode outward from the dead husks of starships, and thousands of sorcerous rifts tear up open across the void, several of which appear inside your ship. You decide to retreat before things get out of hand. 2 subspace breaches and intruders. Good grief. The good news, at least we have this guy who's not worried about getting choked out anymore. Do I want to deal with this fire? I think it'll be okay. In that same spot. Okay. What I'm hoping for is just to get a little heal in here. And then everybody back to their stations. Perfect. No problem. Mundo, hello. How's the war voiding going? Pretty good. I feel like we've got a bit of a weird, interesting build. We're pretty heavy on the cultist and psyker side of things, but still very open on how we want to develop our ship. So... a cultist vessel reached in strangely colored energy emerges from subspace. It is a demon ship. With a couple possessed corsairs, hull reaper, energy beam, and a thunder cannon. So I don't think this guy can break our shields. Which means I am just gonna go for that demon heart. No. My fuselage broke the chest. I can't believe that. Very interesting here. I guess because this is possessed corsairs, but there's oxygen on this ship. which I don't feel like I've ever seen this before. Also, I didn't realize it, but these possessed corsairs on death spawn an infernal creature. How come he didn't get poisoned? That's weird. Suspicious. Bit of scrap metal. You're suddenly now in a different part of space. Okay. If you say so, boss. That guy's good. Yeah, let's do the Shrine of Rage. We do have the War Seers. War cultists, yeah, berserkers could be fun. Ashen priests, summon a doom effigy in a target room. Yeah, that would be really handy. These guys have graviton shield generators. They've got boarding parties as well, so safe to say we can expect a little bit of that. They do have enough to break my shields, so I think we'll hit them with a little bit of that. No, you're gonna have to stay there. Thankfully, this guy absolutely slaps at killing people. He does his job real well. There's all the ghoul megases. Or just regular ghouls, I guess. We killed the elephant monster. Doom effigy. Yeah, I guess let's poison these guys here. They're going to be repairing the shields. We might as well be giving them a hard time about it. And as soon as that fuse lot charges, they're basically done. It's interesting. This ship, it basically is like picking people apart bit by bit. It does some crew damage, it does some systems damage, some hull damage, a little of everything. Boom. Stygian regions and scrap metal. I don't actually really have any tool slots, so I think I'm just going to take the scrap metal. We'll pledge ourselves to the god of war. Moments later, you find yourself surrounded by dozens of cult warships. You begin spooling your engines, preparing to engage, but you soon realize they're attacking each other, not you. You consider joining the battle. Of course, we just pledged to the god of war. Let's join the fight. You've got a fuselage and a bullet cannon. Okay, so I'm actually going to poison myself this time. Just to get a little bit of that heal going. Stunnered. Stunnered. These are some long stuns. Good grief. Good grief. What do they all just have? Hostile stuns? Warseers? What do we have? Greater Warseers. I see how it is. Ooh, they also have a Conqueror. Well, we'll start the poison. Even if it ain't gonna do much. God damn, dudes. Ripping me up here. Needlessly. The non-stop stuns. are too much. Kill at least 10 enemy crew using poison in a single run. Okay. Everybody back to your battle stations. These guys are just about finished. One good shot. Oh, and he stuns him. There goes the fuselage. There we go. Get my med bay right at the last second. I am Crom's champion, says another commander. Rokar. Ooh, and a Chaos Knight? Damn, dudes. Well, let's at least start poisoning Rokar. Because for sure he's going to hop in that drop pod eventually, and I'm not going to like it. That being said, he can't break my system, so why don't we just go for his drop pod? As best we can. For sure he's going to eventually come after our stuff. You know what? I should probably go for those shields. That poison did not do much damage. Get him started. There go the summons. They're just getting ripped apart by the Chaos Knights. Here we go. That guy's going to jump in. No, no. Interesting. Well, one more shot and they're done, so we can just soul spear them. We don't got to fight these guys with our fists. We can fight them with our gun fists. 20 scrap. A sudden flash of ardent lightning pierces the stellar backdrop and sends a shockwave rippling out across the battle zone. Every cultist vessel winks out of existence. Your ship is alone once more. Your hands tremble uncontrollably. A white-hot sigil has been burned into the inside of your left wrist. You feel an insatiable lust for battle. Cannot rest for 3 jumps. Shrine of Rage activated. That's fine. I have a med bay. I don't need to rest. I was born for battle. Boy, I guess we're gonna go looking for more psykers. What do you got? War Seers, Imperial Acolytes, Blood Spear, Thrallwalk, Mind Bolt, Antidote, Repair Drones, and Cryofoams. Well, definitely one War Seer is in order. I have a Psychic Shriek with him. Targets enemy crew in target room. Charge time 1 second. I could replace this with the Blood Spear. Obviously a lot more of like a blood cult weapon. I'm going to spend 45 bucks doing this. Just a lot. But our hull has been really donged up for a while. The thing is, if I got a Thrall Bay, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to buy that. None of these guys have like... Oh, they have secondary psyker slots? All right, well... If that's the case, what else do you have? Thrallwalk. And Mind Bolt. Yeah, why the hell not? Here goes all my money. Here I was saving up, thinking I could get something nice. Derelict shipyard. Technocultist vessel detaches itself from the shipyard and leaves. Let's pursue the technocultists. They are attempting to flee. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, homies. We gonna make sure of that. What do you have? A new neuralizer. Inflicts 5 HP damage and stuns crew in rooms for 8 seconds. Huh. That's cool. It doesn't do any damage. It's just a beam that does like rips apart crew. Go back there. Actually, this war's here. I think I'm going to put in the captain's chair. Nice. We got the chest. Let's go. That was the real money. The rest is just gravy. Send out 2 more soul spears into that engine. Oh, don't even need to. Mac, hello. How we doing, dude? And I'm going to save these new stations. So now our commander can actually go around and do whatever he wants. Hail the vessel. Ooh. Class 4 survey operation. Your vector intersects a restricted zone. I've done this before where I've just like listened to what they've said and it's been fine. I'm curious about requesting more information. Inquiry rejected. What do you have? A photon beam and a photon cannon. I'm going to maintain present course. Your survey vessel interprets this as a hostile act and immediately opens fire. Yeah, I don't think you can do enough damage to me, buddy. I think this guy's got lots of fancy stun abilities. And that's about all he's got. He doesn't have any boarding actions on this ship, which is like what his ship is good at doing. Poison everybody in there. We'll do a big stun. And then we'll pile on the goons. Yeah, all he can do is stun us. He does repair really quickly. We'll get a few more of these going. Ooh, FTL. It's a little FTL-y. It's got some FTL vibes to it. Great. The way I figured is like we pledged to the war god. Gotta go to war whenever we can. These are, oh, Imperial marshals. Okay. Heat beam and a disruptor. Again, I don't think this guy is in a position to actually do any real damage to me. Ooh, protecting that shield. I see how it is. Greasy lad. Oh, my chest. I mean, we did pretty good damage. I think I can kill him with a poison blast, though. Actually, I should probably kill the shield guys with the poison blast. Stun them. Soul spear the captain. He flees. Sets up a nice shield. Go for another animate dead here. I'm going to see if I can get rid of that psychic shield. Just with a stun. So many psychic weapons on this ship right now. Just hit him for everything we got. Bit more stink gas. The ghouls might be able to handle it there. There we go. There's the storage vault. And I got a feeling they're going to get the kill. Nice. Ooh, a servo husk or a power field. I think I got to take that servo husk. Honestly. These guys get any... They have a weapon slot and a tool slot. Okay. I only have a basic husk back here. And I also only have a ghoul magic magus back there, so... Kinda think I want this servo husk on the shields. The more I play Cyberpunk, the more you want for the sequel, the exact same. I don't think we're getting a sequel for Cyberpunk anytime soon. The power field is good if we had a border, but the problem... And we do, but the problem is we have, like, no way to board. And this guy's got the Imperial Aegis already as a tool, so... Yeah, we have a very good border. We just don't really have the way to board. So, I don't know. I guess I could put you there and there and there. Seeing as this guy does spend a very long time casting that spell. Demon husk. Well, I guess you don't want to be there. These guys can't do anything. Okay, you can leave. You can clean up shop. Keep taking shots. Bunch of stinky boys. Right, like a noxious blast won't do anything over here. Yeah, no, because there's no oxygen. But these ghouls will rip this ship apart because they also don't need oxygen. No, they do need oxygen. Just seems like they need it at a very slow rate. Perfect. Don't think it'll be as long as people expect. I mean, they're working on The Witcher 5 or whatever it is now, so... Yeah, they're in full Witcher mode. Hit them with the sword in a drive-by, right? Just stand out an airlock with the sword, slice up in their ship. That's a very Warhammer thing to do. That would be fitting. Ion Storm nodes. What do we have here? Ship armaments, ship systems, and equipment. Crew contacts and equipment. I feel like a weapons broker would be good. Ion Storm, I don't particularly love the idea of hitting. We're sitting on a tasty scrap pile right now. This Imperial vessel is being beat up. We might as well try to defend them. A Vanguard Trident, Photon Beam 2, Photon Cannon. Again, these guys can't actually breach me. Now, I can't really do a lot to them either, but I can do a little bit. Well, we might just be able to do just enough. Rep. Oh, the ghouls get ripped apart by these guys. They're so good in melee combat. I'd love to get one of these clone ships. They seem like they would be a ton of fun to play. They never have borders, which I find interesting. Great, man. Dude, we just got like 200 scrap in that event. Clutch. An old Imperial Starfleet. Looks like it's been drifting for centuries, and now we have multiple subspace breaches. Batch them up real fast. Easy peasy. Oxygen? And then we've got the shop. Sure, 226 going into a shop. I like that vibe. They might get a border later on. I mean, we're on Torment 9. Yeah, we're on one of the higher difficulties. I don't know how high it goes. I think Torment 12 is the hardest, so. Supposed to be talking with CDPR early next year for the Witcher project. Ooh. They're not in a hurry? I can't imagine. Radium Blaster does a ton of crew damage. Disruptors. Neuralizers. What? Roll pit. Begin encounter with 8 DPS. Lose 2 DPS per kill. Hellfire Blade. And a Cathedral Ward. Enemy DPS cannot exceed 2. Alright, we need the Thrall Pit, which I'm going to put in the center of the ship. There's also a Reaper Beam here, and I do love Reaper Beams. Reaper Beams are a Reaper Dream. I like this Cathedral Ward. Right now, he's got like the mini version of this. Reduces enemy DPS by 1. I don't really care for any of these weapons. We could get a missile bay. Then we're talking about like psychic powers and missiles, basically, where all our power is. I don't have a lot of ammo. Yeah, but we'll get munitions over time. But the thing is, I don't really have a lot that breaks down shields. I think I'm going to go missile bay. It's a different vibe, but I like the thought of it. And then I don't think... I might just do the Cathedral Ward here. We'll repair to maximum. I want to upgrade our doors. And then I think I'll give you this. And we'll keep going. Little possessed cruiser fight. Okay. What do we got here? Thunder cannon. That can break our doors. He's also got double shields. in combat. What? No. Hit that guy. Get rid of you. Go up there. Go up there. I see the problem with the straw bay right now. I need some power for it. Blood spear that. We have guys on their ship who are basically just going to rip their ship apart right now, so... all we really got to do is deal with the intruders. Okay. Warp out of there because I don't want to stick around. An infernal sea, an Imperial sector, or a forge enclave. I don't know that we've ever done the forge enclave. That feels like a new zone to me. Is there a boss fight at the end of this one? Yeah. So that's going to be an Imperial vessel, which is all about ion weapons. But the cool thing about the Imperial vessels is they don't go demonic. Or the Technocult vessels, they don't go demonic if you kill all the crew. So, Geo, hello, hello. Enough time to sneak in a voidwar run before the alpha could be played? Yes, yeah. That's our plan. The Dark Heresy alpha drops in, I believe, an hour. If my calculations are correct. Which I think they are. Thunder cannons and meg pulses. Okay. Why didn't I upgrade? You know what? I'm going to do this. My concern is starting to be about all their other stuff. Oh, he protects it. Clever girl. Wow, that is one way to stop me from being able to do anything to your ship. That's for damn sure. I don't know. Life support, I guess we'll get rid of. I think that's going in that room, so let's cast everything else in there with it. I'm also going to throw a Mind Bolt in there to do massive damage to all those guys. Okay. I wonder, I guess I should have that guy on missiles, if anything, here right now. Oh, I love how many blood spears I have available. Let's hit that with the Gladius missile. I'm gonna hit that with the soul spear. I'm gonna hit that guy with the soul spear as well. All that poison is fine. We can blood spear again. Just go for their oxygen just for kicks. Another greater animate dead. Actually, let's cast Noxious Blast in the life support room. Because the longer I can keep that offline, I feel like the better. Sacrifice another Thrall for another Blood Spear there and knock off their life support again. Then stun the guy that's going in to deal with it. I can't remember what room they're going in, but okay, there. So we'll cast the Mind Bolt in here, do 15 damage to all of them and stun them. I'm going to sacrifice that Thrall to take out their engines, but I think we've killed their crew. Nice. A heavy translocator. Ooh. This would allow me to board. This would, in fact, allow me to board. Unfortunately, I can't use the Cathedral Ward anymore, but, you know, between the Arc Rifle, nearby ship systems, and the Assault Sledge giving me, you know, 500% door break speed on this guy. I feel like that's okay. I feel like that's okay. Oh, interesting. The Warseer has an armor slot. So I guess let's give you the Cathedral Ward then. And the Imperial Aegis. I mean, I guess we could put on that Husk. It does give him an extra 10 HP. Well, this is a bit better, I would argue. Let's save this station. Force field every room seems very meta, right? Which, I mean, it was helpful because it did let me, like, just take out all the guys on their ship instead, so. Happen to know if it's coming via email, website, show up on Steam. They haven't told me anything. Scottish, there is a sign-up link to the alpha that you'll be able to, if you have the pre-order version. So, I'll put a post in that in the Discord for you. All right, so this guy is trashed. We don't really need to just break up his ship. Asteroid field, unvisited node. How much is it for shields 3? 100, 140. Weapons dealer. I feel like asteroid fields are a bit dangerous for us. Especially now that we can teleport on enemy ships. I see how that is. I see how it is. Twin disruptor and a displacement field emitter. Oh, you don't really do any damage at all then. Well, kind of. The displacement field emitter does do damage, but... Rude. I don't know if I like want to even waste missiles on this guy. I don't think I need to. Right, we don't have any borders going over right now. You've got 65, you've got 25. You do 15 damage. Can I blat you? Just a little bit. Try to keep that demon heart down. All right, we'll try for that summon again. You guys can go for guns and engines, I suppose. I really like Blood Spear with the Thrall Pit. I kind of want to upgrade the Thrall Pit so I could just Blood Spear even more frequently. Because it is powerful. Well, that should do nicely. Still got to blow up their ship, mind you, but... One more Blood Spear. Tap. Tappa, tappa, tappa. The enemy wants to capture us unharmed? Maybe. Feels like it would be very kind of them. You find a big rock. Yeah, looking for some modules right now would be really nice. All friendly crew explode on death, dealing 10 damage to nearby crew. That's pretty good if you're summoning a bunch of ghouls. 2 DPS to all demonic units is also very good if you're summoning a bunch of ghouls. I can't afford both unless I sell my Fusillade. Which I'm gonna do. Well, now I really want a husk rack. Cartographic data indicates the presence of an Imperial munitions depot. A Corsair starship suddenly drops out of subspace and begins firing at the depot. The workers broadcast a request for help. Yeah, all right. The 2 Corsair ships end up destroying each other in an ensuing fight. You return to the munitions depot to contact the Overseer. He's dumbfounded as you are about what happens. And it says, here's your reward. Transport vessel. Armor transport or weapons transport? I feel like weapons transport. These guys might be able to rip apart something. It's got a Chaos Knight and a Warseer. You know what? Let's teleport. My guy does 8 DPS. Stuns enemy crew. 15 damage to hostile crew. Cannot miss. Fire both of those. Yeah, look at that. No problem. Easy peas. We get a power axe. Two DPS, 1 DPS in medium rooms. Attacks slightly damage nearby enemies. That would give me 11 DPS in a nearby room with a ship system. Obviously, I love this insane door break speed on this guy. The developer's digital pack found place. Went to download without knowing. Followed your link. Had to open, click link. Had 2 stats to the same page. Just making sure you're nice and confused, right? I guess we could give this guy the power axe. And then maybe I could put him on engines instead. Yeah, why not? Why not? I think this bio-regenerator will probably end up getting rid of. Corrosive gas? We don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. Blood golems. Immune to suffocation. Cannot man, repair, or extinguish. They've got a bunch of drop pods. So... Flare cannon, grav cannon, thunder cannon. Creates hull breaches. Let's get rid of these guns. Rude. Rude. Can't decide if I want to board their ship or not right now. I mean, I guess I could just like board there. Oh my god, I screwed it. Accidentally brought across the necromancer. That was quite the whoopsie, as they say. The old whoopsie doodle. It's okay. I guess that's what we have the soul spears for. Rep. Just gobbling up these thralls. They ain't going nowhere, buddy. Old buckaroo, old buddy, old pal. Resty assured. Ain't nobody getting off that ship alive. Ooh, that was a bit close. 32 scrap. You can just go there. You guys can trigger a heal. Guy will heal off a corrosive gas. Spawns thrall on death. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Shipyard. Do I need a shipyard? No, not really. We can make a husk, but I don't think we need it. Got Thrones of Blood, Cyberpunk Tarot card set, and a Pulse plushie, minimum plushie. Nice. If you got enough, maybe. Addicted to Path of Exile at the moment, but I want it installed so I know it's there ready for me. I understand the feel. We got some Raider vessels. And a husk rack. Storm cannon, twin disruptor. All right, so that could take us out. We'll want to beef up him a little bit. There's a very real reality here where I also just teleport over, but I don't know that we need to yet. There's the gang, who, again, all explode now when they die, so they do crazy damage. Kill 3 enemy crew from a single friendly crew death explosion using the Terminus Bands module. Oh, man. Look how much damage I just did. I gotta be honest, I think I'm just gonna heavy translocate over there now. Now that the raider ship has been dealt with, you hasten to contact the Imperial ship. The commander does not respond to you, but the vessel ejects out a small supply crate with a Hellfire Cuirass. Yes, sir. Who's got an armor slot? You do. You're the only guy? All right, well, I guess it's you then. 20 HP immunity to fire. Ukrax. You know, that's a pretty good guy to be immune to fire, considering I can't vent fire out of that room. At least not easily. I got a question. What does the Thrall Rack upgrade do? Max Thralls build speed times 2. Okay. It's just that we have this blood spear. We're a ways away from a shoppy. So let's just keep going for now. I said it was 140 for shields. Okay, another possessed cruiser. Ion tunneler. 3 projectile count. Ignores shields. That's pretty cool. So you can just go straight through the shields and take out the shields. Graviton cannon, a Reaper beam, and a siege beam. Okay, so I need those weapons offline then. Ain't no doubt in that. Because I can't have them break my shields. Gobble you up. We're going to send one of you and one of you across here. $29 scrap from that. Okay. Our dudes basically have run of the ship right now as well, so we can just start picking it apart. This build is working pretty well right now. All these guys get their +2 damage as well from the Aberrant Conduit. Fear all nearby crew for 10 seconds. Huh. Or 12 munitions. I think I'm going to take fear because I do have a lot of... Like, this guy's still got a psyker spot. Currently, you're immune to suffocation. I could give you the 20 HP, and then you'd have 50 HP. As well as immune to fire, immune to poison. But I am using you to fix stuff, so I'm going to just put that on there. So this is now, like, if he gets... If the ship gets hit... He can cast that. Oh, this does look like it maybe works on the entire ship. It's a bit hard to say, but 150. Dudes, I think I'm going to go like this. And we're just going to go straight to shields 3. Why not? Honestly, why not? With how much people love the dire penguin, Paradox needs to make them a playable race option. Be fun for the memes. They do have a Jareth for Age of Wonders with the dire penguins. There is a thing where when they were trying to teach people how to mod, they made like a book of penguins. So there is like an unofficial official mod that is penguin related. Voidwar FDL for the Empire. Puma, hello. I'm a big Voidwar fan. We've been playing a lot of it lately. It's enjoyable. We're getting hit with something here. Yeah, see? I was smart. I saw that attack coming this time, and I said I'm going to wait until it stuns my Necromancer before wasting my spell. You fire 2. You fire 2. All right, well, I still need to take out one of you then. And one of you, and one of you. Now you can greater animate dead. I guess you can mind bolt him. Blood spear that guy. Here we go, all our little demon boys. Ho, 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 ho. A machine cannon. 3 DPS in large rooms. Attack slightly damage nearby enemies. That's a fun little gun. If I may be so bold as to say. Man, exploding ghouls. Really good. Who is gonna get that gun? Is it you? Here's the thing, like, I could give him this. And then he could have 12 DPS in large rooms and splash damage. He already has moves fast. So I don't know how that works. I mean, right now the idea is I can just like literally zip him around the enemy ship and take out core systems. You've got the Cathedral Ward. You know what, man? I think I'm going to give you that then. So this guy does not move, but I think he sits on shields now. So he does 7 DPS in this room and splash damage. That feels pretty good. And nothing can have more than 2 DPS against him. Does anybody have room for the power axe? Oh yeah, lots of you guys do. So we'll just give that to you. You're in the engine bay, so why the hell not? Right? Oh, if I go for the Shaman Merchant, I can't fight the boss. All right, we do have a missile bay, so I wouldn't mind picking up some good missiles. Tilapia are complaining that they expect at least 1 public execution every month. Do they care the execution is guilty at all? No, they don't really know. Vampire birds with a dwarven body? Oh man. That is very, very cute. You detect a Gorgothian vessel on scan without it detecting you. Ionic interference from a nearby neuron star has masked your presence. Yeah, let's pursue it. They escape. Boo. I wanted their scrap. Imperial vessel in an ion storm. Pursue. Your approach is detected. That's fine. There's barely anybody even on this ship. 2, 1, 2. All right, you do a little bit of damage. Oh, they got a board? How nice. I love it when they're dumb. You know what? You have the medium weapons, so. Can you psychic shriek them? Sure can. Dude, you know what? Heavy translocate. Boom. No problem at all. We'll go peek on the missiles. Yoink. Okay. Antimatter bombs. Hull damage per shot 4. 2 times damage to systemless rooms. These are A, super good for demon vessels. B, super good for final bosses. Siege bombard, siege beam, launch bay. A launch bay would be really good if I had a husk rack. It's okay with a thrall bay as well. Grave beam. Spawns ghouls in rooms hit. Are you serious? We have to buy that. Does not damage system, beam length 110. Hull damage per room hit 1. I mean, we have to buy that, right? Like, that's... All of those ghouls get +2 damage from the aberrant conduit, and then they all explode when they die. And it only requires 1 power. This way I could just, like, focus down shields. Yeah, I gotta buy that. Slow all crew near target room. Sadly, I can't get the antimatter bomb though. Well, I also don't have enough to get that reactor upgrade. So I'm gonna put you back on weapons if that's the case. Don't want to go for the ion storms because, again, shields are kind of our friend. You arrive at the aftermath of a death cult invasion. Dilapidated space colonies fill your viewport, ravaged by the predation of Gorgathian cults. We can search for survivors with our death cultist. Much of the equipment within the colonies has been rendered inoperable, corroded, and twisted by mutagenic miasmas. Your death cult crew member is able to quickly identify areas where the colony is affected the least by such hazards and pick up an assault shield. All right, well, better than nothing, I guess. Oh, +2 DPS. Reduce enemy DPS by 1. Obviously, like, this would be good on you, but the heavy translocator is just like too clutch right now. So we'll just hold on to it. Shooting ghouls at enemies that explode when they die is a must buy, right? Technocult pilot contacts you for help, lamenting the corruption of his starship's machine core by an infernal sentience. His starship appears to be undergoing a radical transformation. You soon witness the pilot consumed by the mutating structures around him. The newly mutated vessels targets towards you. So like now we just go shields, shields. 28 charge time. Pretty sure I could fire off 2 soul spears in the time that this would take to charge. Here go our ghouls. Should I just kill off one of those Stygian worms right away? Ooh, guys, I need you to get that chest for me. You can't just blow up every system right now. Ooh, I think they're just going to blow up every system instead of getting that chest for me. I could teleport, but the likelihood of killing my captain is really high. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't. Sucks to lose that chest. Okay. The Voltaic Cruiser. So the Voltaic Cruiser has the 3-shot volley with the Technovirus payload, Technovirus, and the systems beam, right? Yeah. And then it's got the big shield charger. It also just like does this thing where it fires up a gajillion ion beams outside of it. I died to one of these recently because I couldn't get my oxygen fixed in time. And it was a whole ordeal. Yeah, there's the big ion blast. I'm gonna have them take the shields down one. We'll drop a stun and a damage in that room. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, now we can grave beam them as well. Oh man, the grave beam is big too. Five rooms. And every single one of those spawns a ghoul that explodes for damage. Yes, sir. Okay, our doors are getting donged up a little bit, but we're mostly just getting hit with a lot of ion damage. A couple more soul spears ready to go. Let's take out these back weapons. Should I board? I feel like I should board. Like, this guy puts in pretty good work. Let's throw another Noxious Blast in there. Just to do the poison. Can this guy not repair? Repair speed is just really slow. Okay. Mind Bolt for extra damage on these guys. Our mutant is putting in work. Let's see if we can knock that shield down again. These guys are seriously tough, though. Another greater animate dead. Oh, interrupted. Worst. Yeah, you smash doors pretty good. That being said, you don't have infinite HP. I think I'm going to pull him out. That didn't break their shield? Wow. Rude. Okay, okay. Engines are down. Let's try to get those shields back up. Those guys are poisoned. Can I blood spear that shield? Yes. This will let me do another one of these grave beams. Which I reckon is probably going to be enough to finish them. Arcs of ion energy spiral through the enemy vessel as it crumples. 88 scrap metal. Nice. Oh, wow. Yeah, we just have to kill the crew. You manage to recover something functional before the rest disintegrates. A heavy ion lance. 5 ion damage. Starts jump fight pre-charged. 2 charges per jump. Ignores shield. 5 ion damage basically means remove enemy shield twice per fight. An assault cyborg with teleport. 2 tactical exoskeletons. Here's the thing. If I took the 2 of them over, that would be a mean bean machine. I think I'm going to take this cyborg. Well, my guys rip apart this enemy ship. So this greater necromancer then. Let's let's put him up here. And then you get 1 weapon slot. I feel like it should be the power axe. Reduces maximum power in nearby enemy systems by 1. 1 DPS in medium rooms. Slightly damage nearby guys. Yeah, I think let's do that. So I want him here. I probably want this husk down a page. Then we have all of our casters and him. He has his own teleport, so he doesn't even need to use the heavy translocator. But it's nice to have our options. Okay, I like this. I like this very much, thank you. Things I'm considering right now: medbay upgrade, thrall pit upgrade. We did take a bit of hull damage there. Arrowkind, that's the blood god. Dude, honestly, I think I'm gonna take another exclusion zone. I feel like we're doing good against demon ships. There is another psyker shop. Part of me is also like, maybe I just spend all my points upgrading shields and engines. If I only need the 1 grave beam. I actually have an open weapon slot here too. Which which could theoretically be used. All right, Lance, what do you got for me? Ooh, Gladius missiles. Uh-oh. I didn't see that. That guy one more time, or do we go for the missiles? Or do we go for the heart? Let's go for the heart. Okay, there's the chest. 46 scrap metal in a fire suit. Oh, Storm Cannon 3. Owie. Owie begowie. Well, now your ship is full of ghouls, so I don't really care. Absolutely swimming in ghouls. I do have a breach up here. Graviton bomb. Slows all crew in target room. I don't know. I don't really think that's what we need. I'd rather take that scrap. And what do we pick up? A fire suit. Fire suit. The legend continues. Which I have no room to equip on anybody. Well, we're swimming in a lot of scrap. You come across an Imperial vessel firing upon a nearby space colony. Heretical activity detected in the ranks of the space colony. I mean, we're pretty heretical right now. That's a lot of shields. Also a nasty siege bomb bird. Fuselage and the radiant blaster shouldn't be too bad, but... Ah! You are not strong against fire. I have to double blast that to make sure that my greater animate dead doesn't get canceled. Here go the big boys. Oh, also, no reason I can't just translocate over to this ship with everybody. So why don't we do that? One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is not charged all the way. Ghouls! 32 scrap metal and 49 scrap metal. Great! 300 scrap metal going into a shaman merchant. That's potentially very fun. Rift Space Storm reveals a derelict orbital colony. Nothing of value. Soviet. Shop. Greater Warseer's Death Mage. Cast a poisonous projectile. Necromancer. Summon 2 ghouls in target room. You're a greater Necromancer. Chaotic Rift Fireball. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Do-do-do-do-do. Chaotic Rift is potentially fun. I don't love any of these spells. I don't really love any of these other guys, to be honest, either. I guess getting another Soul Spear would be good for us, though. That is kind of where most of our damage is. And then I could swap his shield out for some repair drones. I can't believe I have all this gear and I just cannot use it. I need Schwartz. I need Schwartz and psychic powers. I don't really like any of your psychic powers. I mean, I could get a fireball for that guy, but I feel like just waiting for something better would be the better choice. I'm gonna just hold on to all that right now. I will repair to the maximum, though. $180, $125, so like $225, $230 probably for max shields. Fireball is usually the solution in D&D, but you're all necro themed. I know, right? Just like doesn't quite feel like it fits. Greater Necromancer, Greater Warseer, Assault Cyborg. I guess you could go in that room. I think I said you were going to go there. Save stations. I feel like the stun is more important than the poison, visually, for me to see. Hard to really say, though. Technocult, what do you have? Servos, and Terran. You also have displacement bombs, thunder cannons, storm cannons, and ion tunnelers. Yuck. Very easy for me to just like pop over there and do some damage, though. Man, I thought for sure that was going to break the shields. Okay, this husk is not someone I want on that ship, so we're going to teleport you back right away. Hit that shield again. Stun it. Noxious blast it. Okay, Greater Warseer, you're okay being over there with that, I think. Start casting that grave beam as soon as I can. Oh, it's a lot of storm cannon shots. I would like this Greater Warseer to come back, but I don't know how to recall more than... Like, I think if I bring him back, the whole squad comes with me. And I want them to all explode. Ow! Stop blowing everything up. All right, I'm gonna press recall crew. Oh! Okay, that's good to know. He does not come with me. All the summons do not come with me. Only the caster comes with me. The machine priests surrender and beg for their lives, but something is wrong. Figures emerge from the shadows and begin chanting in a foul tongue. Dark energy whips across the deck, depositing throngs of nightmare skeletons on my ship. Buddy, we can deal with that. Death cultists. You know what, buddy? Come on in. I don't have anybody on their ship. Yes, that's correct. I would like to find myself hit with less missiles. So I do think probably we want to look at improving engines at this point. Or, well, not necessarily this point, but like pretty soon. This homie needs to heal, so let's get you in the med bay. Okay, okay, okay. I guess we could fix up the ship. Turn this room into a tiny ball of doom. The wizard casts fireball. They don't care if they hit you all. It's true. Oh, it could scavenge munitions. That being said, we're not really using these missiles right now. Let's just repair. Cultist vessels, raider ships. Let's attack the raider ship. We failed. I feel like this run has been just chasing things through ion storms and then them just disappearing. Attack the Imperial ship. Okay, this one worked. You're nothing but husks and an Imperial sorcerer? Well, let's just go right on over then. I don't think we gotta be fancy about this. I'm gonna shut down all of your weapons. Blow out your engines. And we're just gonna torch you. Easy. The cultists assault sled and board with a champion. That's hilarious. In our med bay of all places. Thanks, homies. The Chroma cultists withdraw. Easy clap. We're at 260. I'm gonna do it. So that shields 4, and we're on the 3rd zone. I don't know that I've ever gotten shields this quickly. Max out all the way. I think we could just start putting everything into engines at this point. It does not particularly feel like we have a major concern with anything else, so. What do you have? Mag pulse, thunder cannons, grav cannons. Let's put. Oh, why put them all in your shields. Send across a greater animated dead as well. Put another shot in those shields. That be enough to get rid of them shields? Sure is. Well, let's spear the heart actually, so those shields don't get repaired. Welcome to Zombocom. The exploding ghouls is crazy. I want to get that chest, so I'm going to have to hit other rooms with the grave beam, unfortunately. And this also means I'm not getting that chest. Had I been smart, I probably could have teleported earlier. What if we used 2 grave beams? Is that insane overkill? I think so, but it's also pretty funny. That's like 10 ghouls I can just summon on any enemy ship, right? Crazy. AAAAB 3.8 GPA this semester? That's pretty good, man. Ain't no complaining about that. 2 is not legal. Yeah, 2 grave beams definitely seems like it should be illegal. That's so many zombies. No, homie, you came to the wrong neighborhood. Let me tell you. So you're gonna go shield, 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 shield. Greater animate dead. Uh-oh. What are you summoning? 2 Sketlingtons. Seem like they have it handled. Okay, we're waiting on the thrall. I think I'll speed up probably the thrall creation. We can get rid of the heart now, so it shouldn't repair anything. Okay. Okay. You go for the subspace breach. You're gonna go for the oxygen. Quick couple of those go over. It's ghoul time. Ooh. I like how their ship just deleted. It filled with like 50 ghouls and then just vanished. It's really what I'm looking for in a spaceship. Just full of nothing but ghouls the whole way down. I only got 56 bugs. I do like the idea of going for some more modules though. Also, we do technically have some stuff to sell. Yeah, let's go check. Pass math, yep. That was the B. 20 credit hours in 5 classes. Ghoulishly good fun. Oh, ho, ho, ho. All non-summoning psychic projectiles deal 1 extra damage to the targeted ship. Friendly crew fire 3 missiles at random enemy ships upon activating a consumable. That's pretty cool. We're going to get rid of the bio regenerator and we're going to pick up a hate matrix. So now all of our soul spears do 2 damage. Illegal. illegal. I'm going to sell that, and I'm going to try to get these rift bombs. If I can afford it. Which I totally can. I guess let's get rid of you. And you. So now, what we can do is we can create subspace breaches, which also just spawn more demons. We're going with a pretty demon-heavy play here. But I'm okay with that. Demonically corrupted starship with a carcass. Okay, here's the thing. There is a chest over here, and I'd like to actually get the chest this time instead of just getting blown up. Oh, he's got storm cannons. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco. Says. It's gonna have to be the two of you go across to do this. There's the chest. There's their crew. I don't want to like hang around on their ship. There go their shields. Out. Oh, ooh, storm cannon. I don't think I need to do anything here. I could fire the grave beams, but we really don't need to. No problem. Rest, rest. Approach the Stargate. Desolate sector and a war cult sector. Let's go war cult. Hate Matrix is a Reddit thread. Truth. Some Reddit threads aren't full of hate. Maybe a 4chan thread. Destroyed a ship through psychic means. Also zombies. Let's not forget. Also zombies. There are a lot of shops in this place. I don't want to get loaded down with shops. I think I'm going to go to the Shrine of Rage. I don't know what happens if you Shrine of Rage when you've already raged, but there's always a lot of fights there. What I would like to do is just this. Maybe some extra scrap so we can get the missile launchers going. 6 munitions in a depot. A little baby ship, a little baby chaos knights. 4 shields. I don't care for that, Captain. Good. That did so much damage, man. That's nuts. That's absolutely cracked. I didn't even get my summons onto their ship. Just shredded them. Alright. Hull Ripper, Storm Cannon, Mag Pulse. They've got a siege beam here, or siege bombard. $28. $16. Probably then hit that with the triple combo. Stun, damage, poison. Okay, our shields take a bit of a beating there. A bit more than I'd like, that's for sure. Let's try to get their weapons offline. Which I think it instantly blows them up. I'm just realizing with the hate matrix, I'm like, oh, never mind, they're dead. Engineer. Honestly, I just don't think we need any more crew. I'd rather the scrap. We're going to join this fight just for kicks. Oh, what's really nice is all my stuff is charged. It's not so nice is that they are full of assault cyborgs. But they don't really have any assault bays. Medium room. Rift Bomb, Thunder Cannon, Thunder Cannon, Thunder Cannon, Ion Tunneler. We're going to go straight over there. I'm just going to take out the Rift Bomb. Hopefully, it does not look like that actually disabled it. It sure didn't. Ooh. That is real nasty. Let's actually just wait on that Noxious Blast a second. Okay, now we can get out. Got all my guys slowed down here. Get that 2 more times. Okay, so much for that heal. Okay. 41 scrap. Crom's champion. You know what? You have pretty good suffocation resistance. Why don't we just move you in there? Storm Cannon 2, Thunder Cannon, Flare Missile, high chance of hull breach. They've also got borders. I don't want to get these weapon systems online. I forgot we had these repair drones. We might need them, but we might not. Here come the borders. Doo-doo-doo. Sure, you're good there. You're good there. Let's move you out of the way. Gotta teleport our guys over there real fast. Flare missiles. Okay. Wait, hold on. You stay there for a second longer. He's still casting. You have a soul spear ready. You're out of oxygen. You can soul spear as well. Get that other grave beam up. Quick blood spear on that same spot. Soul spear to follow. All my goons are in. I'm gonna move you out, move you in. Noxious blast, drop in there. Okay, one of those flare missiles missed, thankfully. We got a grave beam going there, and that's a ship. .54 scrap, silence. Trying to rage. Mostly I was just doing that for the load of scrap that we could get. Patch up all these breaches now. We took a lot of damage. Make no mistake, that was a lot of damage for us to take. We're a couple of jumps away from anything. One extra thing would let me get my missiles online as well. So then if we could do engines. Engines. Could have all this sort of up and running at the same time. Yeah, we took a bit of a beating there for sure, but we're up to what, 30% evasion? It's okay. Boy, there's a lot of chromic invaders in this place. Also, I can't rest anymore, which sort of sucks. Inferno Fugas, a devastator beam, and a bolt cannon. Shield piercing 1. Projectile 3. Okay, so I don't think they can actually break my shields on this map, which is good. And they only have triple shields, which is also really good. Now, unfortunately, what they can do is board. I think I'm going to have you leave that room. Okay, their shields are down. Oh, there's 4 of them in there. Huh. That looks like it just did damage to my own ship. Which I'm sure can't be the case, but... Okay, there's a lot of stuff happening here right now. I want to blood spear that shield again. I want to mind bolt that as well real fast. You got interrupted, goddamn. A warbringer? 1 DPS in large room. You gotta get the hell out of there, boys. You're gonna have to get out of that engine bay too. Okay, I've almost got my grave beams up, at least. Can you cast fear, I wonder? Okay, so fear does only act in the room that the necromancer is in, unfortunately. There's their ship gone. Uh-oh. Well, you guys get the hell out of there. Oh, you know what? I took damage because that missile system got blown up. Now, I do have some thralls. I might as well start sending them down here to start doing some damage. Servo Husk, you can hang out up top here as well. We'll vent these rooms. No, don't even need to. Those guys are toast. And you're immune to suffocation, so getting you any other way than the easy way, you couldn't do much. Out, out, out. Okay, definitely upgrading this med bay is starting to become critically vital. This little Crom guy just out floating in space. Oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. Thank you. Have him just walk through a little bit as well there. All right. Part of me also wants to upgrade the doors a bit more at this point, but okay. Corrosive gases, unvisited node. We're generally pretty good with corrosive gases. These guys are beaten up a little bit as well, I think. Only triple shields, which is good. Easy to soul spear that down. Trying to look hairy. Our ship's health's down to half. Not sure we can make it. We got a shop and a ship bay coming up. I ain't too worried yet. Disruptor, storm cannon, sabers. Okay. I do gotta start doing things like not getting hit by so many missiles would be nice, but they're trying to flee, so let's just nuke that engine. Okay, they're completely done right now. The double grave beam. 4 howling regents to summon hounds, or a welding torch for repair speed. I'm gonna take the welding torch, even though I don't really have anybody to use it. We'll go by the mechanic here. Crystal Lauren, how we doing, dude? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Huskrack. Ooh. 2 DPS to all war cultists. I mean, we have a lot of war cultists, but they're not really engaging in melee damage. I can't afford a Huskrack. I also don't have a well, I mean, I have the heavy translocator, but that's about it. I'd rather focus on the thralls than the husks anyway. I think I'm just gonna take the max heal. Then I don't really need to go to the shipyard. Urge to press the big red button. Oh, this guy is very on fire right now. How fun. Doop, 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 doop. Mind bolt that weapons bay. Never mind, our soul spirits just ripped through their ship for another 67 scrap. Now, there's a shaman merchant if I go south. Or a weapons merchant if we go north. With the hate matrix? I'm gonna go south through the shipyard. So we'll get the heal, even though we don't really need it. Soul Spear's loner, GG, yeah. They're doing a lot of damage. A plague knife, 3 poison DPS. I mean... guess we'll put that on you. And then we'll check a shaman merchant. Conquerors, berserkers, gladiators, soul barrage. Okay. All right. We got to get some stuff here. Okay, so there's a couple of really cool people in here. Gladiatrix summons hounds. Again, doesn't do hate matrix, but is fun for hounds. There's the Herald of Ruin, which teleports self to target room. This guy's kind of fun, because if you get him a good weapon and a good armor, then he is kind of an assault cyborg, which is fun. But there is a soul barrage here, which is 2 projectiles dealing 1 damage, and this guy's got an open slot, so I think there's no question about we have to buy that. Then I got 30 bucks left. I could get a bazooka, or I could sell something like the Medi drone and pick up treasonous whispers and replace fear with that. Or like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 17, 40, 54. Yeah, I can't really buy anybody else. I mean, I could buy a berserker, but what's he doing for us? You know, I don't have any weapons for him. I already have an assault cyborg. I'm gonna pick up treasonous whispers. So you get double barrage. That guy is a cannon. His fair ability is not that good, so that's fine. Charge time 14 seconds, charge time 8 seconds. Yeah, so we'll stay with the opening salvo of the 3 soul spears, but then we'll switch to a blood spear, a twin soul, and a bunch of other stuff. Honestly, it's a pretty greasy setup. We got a pretty greasy psyker ship right now. Told you about your EU5 yesterday with the huge Hungarian PU. Yeah. Killing 3 rulers until there was no air left, but now you have minus 75 diplo relations and everybody hates you. Well, that'll do it. Rift bomb, bolt cannon, meg pulse. 1, 3, 2, 2, 1. Okay, these guys could break through shields. What do you got for me, Johnny on the spot? You don't have a lot of shields, that's for sure. You're definitely not the guy I want fighting him. I don't know what that guy is casting. You know what? Let's actually Psyker Streak you and Noxious Blast him. Why did that break? Why did that break? Oh, or is it? No, reduces max power of nearby enemy systems by 1. I don't know why that broke. I feel like whenever I'm hitting myself with my own psyker powers, it's doing damage it's not meant to be doing. Let's get rid of those missile bays. That'll be the grave beam setup. We got a blood spear ready to rock. Let's take out weapons. You got breached. Subspace breached, I think, actually. Here's our ghouls. Oh, they got the shields up in time. The dirty dogs. Wow. So rude. Stop subspace breaching me. You know what? I could just blood spear. Cooldown on that is like 3 seconds because I sacrifice a throw. I'll throw another blood spear. You're done. Buckaroo. You're done as dinner. These guys can patch together this stuff and then we're good. It's no problem. Fix up that med bay. Everybody go back to your bedrooms. And then let's get out of here before there's more toxic gas. Nice. Random guy kit bashing Green Knight for Nurgle Bretonnians and Warhammer. Think about ways to put it in Age of Wonders. Nice, nice, yeah. Some schools apparently teaching flat Earth as valid theory. I hope they're not publicly funded. Some businessman is willing to hand over his company worth billions if someone can go over the edge of the disc and take a photo of the abyss. On the other hand, I applaud the epic level trolling. On the other hand, it's unwise to engage with certain types of people. Yeah, yeah. Not like he's gonna lose his company yet. Doc, how you doing? Welcome. One carrying a prisoner or one carrying cult members? Let's carrying cult members. Look at all the gene soldiers on this ship. Holy smokes. You've got an energy beam, a hull ripper with 4 shots, and a flare cannon with dose. All right, that's manageable. 4 sets of shields. That's less manageable, but we work with what we got. What's he casting? Summon a thrall. It's not really an issue. God, just the opening salvo, man, is so mean. Did I interrupt my own summon spell just then to cast Treasonous Whispers? I sure did. Does it matter because I can just cast another Blood Spear and instantly destroy their ship? Yes. Okay, this build, I only have 1 hate matrix. This is insane. You locate a surviving cultist. Yeah, let's accept him. He attacks you as soon as he boards your vessel. Cool. Merry Christmas. There's no sweat off my back. I was just gonna sacrifice you to the blood pit anyway. Imperial core worlds. The Vault of Souls. Ooh, this looks like maybe a plague ship. That'd be nice. Well, let's not spend all of our scrap yet. Okay, this guy's got some serious weaponry. So I think I'm actually gonna just go for the weapons. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere, buddy. That's just my Centurion I'm getting that warning for. And boom. Goodbye. Heavy disruptor missile. 3 ion damage on a missile? Okay. That could work. Dude, I have 47 missiles. Well, at least we're stocked for this last fight. If I can blow up, like if I can just save that and ion blast their shields, then the grave beams will be able to rip them apart. Meg Pulse 3, Storm Cannon 2. You're very unlikely to be able to kill me. You also are not going to survive this opening salvo. Actually, let's just cast Treasonous Whispers if that's the case. Yeah, your ship goes boom. Your ship goes boom right now. I don't know what they were thinking coming in here in the final zone with like 4 HP. Not a very good play, if I may say. Quite verily, indeed. All right, final shop. What if I got a siege bombard? That would keep their shields down, and then I could use my beam weapons. I'm clearly not going to get to be able to use either of these, so I'm just going to sell them. I'm going to repair to maximum. I'm going to give us another reactor point so that I can get that going. And then what do the upgrades to the siege bombard do? Just faster charge speed. Unlikely I'll really get that up in time, but Fuselot, Retributor, Hellfire missiles. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on here. Let's go Weapon, missile bay. Enemy dead. Immune to fire, he's fine. Noxious blast on him. Twin soul spear on the shields. Mind bolt. Oof. Let's get that missile offline. There's the whole gang. Chaos. Just absolute chaos on the enemy ship. Let's just blood spear them to finish them off. Don't even need to. Ripping apart ships before I even have a chance to like see what's going on. Damn, dude, I am literally one scrap off upgrading my doors, which I would have liked for this final fight. So there's autopilot as an option. There's 15% charge speed on the siege bombard, or sorry, that's greatly improves charge speed on the siege bombard. Slightly faster thralls. I think I'm gonna do this because the idea is that like if I need to, I could take a missile offline and just get this going. Or like the thrall room offline, because like once the thralls are built, I don't necessarily need them. Plague ship. A ponderous vessel drifts into view, once an instrument of a venerated champion who swore to uphold a sacred oath. Its twisted hull has been ravaged by centuries of subspace corruption. The vault of souls can only be reached through the halls of death. It moves in to attack. Zots. Well, you're going to be mind controlled right away. What is this ship got? 4 shots of missiles, 3-shot ionizer, 3-shot storm artillery, husk rack, chemical furnace, which generates toxic gas, which is not too bad for us, but it's still not great. Yeah, I say it's not too bad. It's like we got 2 guys who are immune to it, so it's actually still pretty bad. For right now, I'm actually just going to knock 5% evasion down to get that siege bombard up. Go double missiles. Ion blaster. There's boarding actions we can do here as well. Depending on how we feel about things. Let's try to get rid of these psykers. Interrupted. Interrupted. All right, well, I guess I'm going to just blow up your shields then. That's how you want this to go. That is the plan that I will play. Hungerers. Yeah, I don't really need you guys fighting those. We've got a blood spear. Let's knock out Let's try those missiles again. Rot spawns. Ah, he interrupted the summon, the big summon. Wow, there are so many things being summoned right now. You're not immune to poison. So I'm gonna have to put that greater necromancer here to take control of the ship. You guys gotta go back there. Yeah, we'll get rid of that first. Man, you guys have a lot of summons. I don't appreciate it. Get that disruptor missile there. Ooh, cool megas. Ooh, cool megas. Okay, all their shields are offline. So I'm gonna hit them with this massive double beam. Okay, my weapons bay is destroyed. My engines are destroyed. All of their systems are repaired, and we have 3 of these massive bug intruders. I guess the siege bombard is still going at least. Ghoul Megas. Okay. I have no evasion at the moment. Trying to think of like what's most important here. I have 2 of these repair drones. But I have a guy in here healing. You have 1 HP. I'm going to move you down a room. Okay, I no longer have you in there. Does this guy like explode on death? Becomes a carcass on death. All right, cool, Megas. I'm actually going to move you. Oh no, you have 1 until you can cast that spell, so. I'm going to lose all my doors to these ghouls. Ah, you know what? If this one thrall dies, he'll explode and kill all of those ghouls. You're going to heal yourself with a Noxious Blast. Let's cast Treasonous Whispers back here. And then maybe I can save my Siege Bombard. You're going to move back in here and start repairing. Okay, my Thrall has been completely ignored. I don't even know what's going on the enemy ship, but... Okay, my Siege Bombard took a hit. You gotta get out of there. You gotta get into there. You gotta get into there. You gotta get down to here. Actually, let's just teleport you. You're gonna go up there. Mutant. Uh-oh. Ow, ow, ow. This guy's in shape. Okay, you're okay. You're okay. You guys are doing fine. Mutant's actually getting slapped up here right now. I need to get these shields back up really badly. Okay, Siege Bombard's at full. Let's get you repairing that. Ghoul Megas, you get back up there, repair that. You guys are on this. You guys are drained, but that's fine. At some point, I lost my Servo Husk. Real talk. I need you up here. I need you out of there. You onto there. You need to... Oh my God, that's so many blight mites. Okay, you go this way. Everybody's in a really bad spot right now. I have a med bay with 2 charges, but without having any doors, this Ghoul Magus is so slow to heal. Where's my assault cyborg? He's down there fighting that blight mite. Of course, this guy's just got ripped up by those shots. You're taking poison damage down here now, too. Okay, we gotta start... I'm gonna throw a repair drone there. I need to move you guys through here. I need to move you guys into there. Okay, you're working on that. I'm trying to heal everybody while like passing them back and forth through this poison bay. Okay, that entire medbay just got destroyed as well. Fantastic. Husk, can you go back down there? I need you on those. I really need these soul spears going out. Like yesterday, I need these soul spears going out because I'm just getting hit over and over again here right now. Lost my Ghoul Magus. Okay, Assault Cyborg, you're fine. I'm gonna have you go there, you go there, you go there. Let's drop a Rift Bomb on this thing. I think I'm gonna switch you back to the Heavy Disruptor missiles, because I can start charging up those Grave Beams again. Okay, my engine is up, but it did not automatically refill. Greater Necromancer, you can actually probably go heal up that. You can move in here. Here come a lot of Saber missiles. Okay, mostly hitting systemless rooms. At least we got that going for us. I'm gonna hit those missile bay. I'm gonna greater animate dead. Yeah, let's greater animate dead as well. You can blood spear somebody. We'll go with the ionized shots. Get you back on weapons. Okay, drain. That's fine. I don't mind drain. Get another point into the engine. Okay. I also have a heal I could do now. Though I would like to wait for these guys to all be done. We just missed our greater animate dead again. I feel like let's Psychic Shriek these guys. Okay, a couple of big casts just went out. I'm going to have these guys walk back and forth through this. The stirring of unseen energies. Infernal lightning crackles across your desks, knocking out your systems one by one. Subspace rifts tear open across the accursed vessel, and demonic beings pour forth to renew the fight. Command throne ionized, weapons bay ionized, missile bay ionized, enemy crew gets reinforcements. They already have so many demons on their ship. But okay, we ain't out yet. Can I make a summon build in this game? Yeah, I mean, that's not far off of what we have right now. Thrall room here is getting rocked. Maybe actually go up that way. Because I'm getting hit with a lot of missiles. Okay, you're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. You're going to go on that. You're going to work on that Thrall Bay. All their shields are back up and running, of course. Death mages. Sorts of nasty stuff here right now. What are you doing? Slow. Necrolurch. Try to get rid of one of them. Can you finish working on that Thrall room, please? Okay, there's the ion disruptor shot. I'm going to switch it over to a rift bomb after that. But if I'm lucky, that should be enough to take out those shields. I'm going to try to just triple soul spear this because it's a ton of damage. Oh, good. My missile missed. Fantastic. That's so good. I'm a big fan of that happening. I have one more repair drone, and I'm like, do I throw it on the missile bay right now? It heals for 2, so I kind of want to save it for something like weapons, but I'm also like, if my weapons get knocked out, I'm in a whole other realm of trouble. Where's this guy? He's on doors. Can I try for this greater animate dead again? Where are you going, mutant? These guys break the siege bombards and stuff every time they die as well. My husk. Who is Bjorn? Presend Orcish Bjorn. I mean, here's the thing. I think when these guys die, they explode the nearby systems, so I might just be liquored here right now. This Soul Spear is literally my make or break. Because if it breaks the enemy shield and I can fire 2 grave beams, I think I can destroy them. can't take anymore. Need someone to teleport out there to stop him from destroying the doors. You back on engines. You on that mortar beam. There's the soul spears. You just summoned something real mean looking there. Rift bomb. No, that missile's gonna kill me. Do I have anything that can stop this? No. God damn. Maybe if I had like teleported over slightly quicker earlier. Part of my problem here is we did so much burst damage that like I wasn't even getting through what was in the first phase. Like we went from phase 2 to phase 3 without dealing with any of the stuff that phase 2. Like we were still in the thick of phase 2 stuff. Oh, I can't believe we lost that with 4 HP. You know what lost me that? Was that one ion missile missing. If that had landed, I would have been able to do the double beam and we would have won. I got RNG'd out of that missile shot. Oh, God, that was such a good run. This is two fights now. We've lost like at the last second on the final boss. Hurting. Damn heretics. Oh, what am I? I'm 314 off being able to get the ARS as well. Doomweaver's really cool though. Cyberfused also really cool. Just the worst part is like not unlocking another boat, you know? Cool. This ship is entirely demonic creatures. 2 ghoul megases, an atrophied. Poison increases speed. 1 DPS and 10 HP to all demonic units. Stackable. That's pretty neat. Does this ship have a demon hurt? No, it still has a command throne. The Oblivion Cruiser. Hull, Ripper, bolt cannons, and blight bombs. Oh, man. Let me do the Twitch bot thing. Skill issue. I know, right? Ain't that the truth? Enemies lose 10% evasion when sensor status is active. Saber missiles and displacement bomb. Oh, wow, cool. This is a double missile cruiser boat. With a soul spear. Wow. The heavy frigate is a husk ship with a barrier relay. I love that one. A flux priest and assault cyborg one with heat shielding. Lances and cannons. The overseer B. Elder blood mages. Yeah, like summon thralls and then use them to cast blood spear. Damn, dudes. All right, well, I don't know what the next run we're gonna do is. There's lots and lots of cool stuff still to be unlocked. This one doesn't have any crew. Ooh, it just has a commander. That's wild. That's a tough ship. But that's going to be it for this Void War run. Thank you so much for joining us. Until the next one. Bye-bye.